Hi guys, good day to everyone. Today we will try to model this screwdriver using Creo software. So let us open Creo. So first let us select our working directory. So by clicking select, I'm going to I have this Creo model as my folder, which is my working directory. So this time I will right click and I will make this as my favorite, add to favorite. So if I add to favorite, so I already added it, that's what it is not showing here. If I click add to favorite, in favorites, you can able to see that particular folder, which will be easy for you to access. So here I will right click and I will create a new folder. Let me give SSI 6, then click OK. So now your working directory is set to SI6 folder. Let us look at this particular model. Here you have a diagram which is done by using revolve command. The next is this one, so which can be done by using extrude command. And the last one we are going to use blend command. So first we will discuss what is this blend command. So a blend command is something which is able to protrude or able to create a three-dimensional figure if you have variable cross section. For example, you can able to see here the cross section at the beginning stage, it's a circular cross section. This circular cross section is being converted to a rectangular cross section, and again it is connected to another rectangular cross section. So if we have variable in cross section, then we can use blend command for this particular model. First, let us make a small blend command, then we will go to this model. So since the model are all in inches, we will try to use inches as our units. Let me click new. In the spot, I will uncheck this use default template. So let me go for blend. Still, I am not done any screwdriver. I am discussing about blend command. I'll choose inch, click OK. So in blend command, so you can able to see the blend command in shapes. If you click shapes, you have blend. Select this blend. So it is asking a section at the this is the starting section. So it is asking to create a sketch. Let me click sketch. Let me select a particular plane and click sketch, and let me click this sketch view. Now let us draw a rectangle. So I completed a rectangle here. So you can able to see an arrow here. The arrow indicate that your blend will be connecting with respect to this particular arrow. So this is my first model. So let me dimension this properly. So let me give 40 and this is 20. Similarly, this has to be 10 and this also be at the center. Let me give as 20. So this is a simple model, a first section. Let me click OK. Now it is asking you to add second section. For the second section, let us try to add a circular section. So for that second section, it is giving, it shows an option here. What is the length from section 1 to section 2? So which has to be specified here. So let me give around 25 mm and then let me click sketch. You can able to see that the previously modeled section, it is in gray color. So now let us try to model the next one. So let me draw a circle. So I am going to draw a circle like this. Okay. So one of the important thing here is, so if you look after the rectangle, what we drawn previously, it has 4 points. So you have point number 1, point number 2, point number 3 and point number 4. So you have 4 points for a rectangle. But for a circle, we don't have such a point. We have only one point here. So in blend command, the number of points should be equal. So in that case, what we are going to do is we are going to divide that circle into 4 points. So now to divide my circle into 4 points, we have a divide here, option here. Let me click divide. So click, I am going to create a point here. Let me click here. Next is here, 1, 2, 3, 4. If the number of points is not proper or it is not equal, then you can't able to use blend command. It will give an error. So done. So now we completed this particular circular cross section, which 4 points. Let us complete this. Let me click OK. Now you can able to see how your object is being blended. So from rectangle to a circle. Let us add one more section. Let me click add. Section 3. Again, the depth between section 3 and section 4. It is asking what is the value here. Let me give a value of around 20 or 25. Let me click sketch. Again, let us click sketch view. Now, the two diagram what we drawn earlier is in gray color. Now we are going to draw another diagram. So which is on this section 3. To draw this section 3, let us try to draw a triangle. Let us connect with the triangle. Let me go to a line. Let me draw a triangle like this. So the triangle, number of points in the triangle is, you have only 3 points. You don't have 4 points. In that case, you have to connect any one by using this. So I have to divide this as a 4 corner points. So I have to divide it into a 4 points. So to do that, I can click this divide, select a particular point here. Let me consider I'm going to create it like this. So now you have 4 points. And you can able to look at the arrow. So the arrow starts from here, here, and it goes like this. So this is how it will be connecting. We click OK. So now you can able to see. So your rectangle is connected to a circle, circle is connected to a triangle. So like this, you can add n number of sections and you can able to model it. This is what the importance of the blend command. So hope you understand the concept of blend command. Now let us go to model our SI6. We are going to concentrate on modeling this particular shape. So let me click new, go to part. So the problem here is EX6. Uncheck this use default template, click OK. Select inch, we click OK. Now by using front view, I'm going to create a revolve command. Let me click revolve. Go to sketch view. Let us draw a center line. So revolve, you have to draw a center line. Let me complete our center line. Now I will try to model the diagram here. So look at the diagram. So you have a line here and you have a projection like this. Let us try to draw it. Now go to lines. I'll create a line. So something like this. So I'm making a 3 lines. Let us give dimension based on the values given. If you check here, the total length of this particular handle is 6.5. Let us give the value with respect to that. And the diameter, you have a semicircle here. So the radius is 0.75. So the diameter will be 1.5. So this has to be 6.5. And this has to be 1.5. So since these two are equal, so I am getting only one dimension. If you get 2 dimensions, give the value both as 1.5. Now we'll draw this line. The line is 0.75. Let us try to draw 0.75. So go for line, draw a line for, and give the dimension as 0.75. Next, you have an arc here. If you look at the dimension is showing the center of this arc is at a particular location. We don't know the right location, but from there you have that arc. The radius of the arc is 1 and the distance is 1.5. So to draw this particular arc, so go to center ends arc, click center ends. Let me create a center point somewhere here. Let me click a center point here. I will draw an arc like this. I am extending the arc a little bit. Now from the center to this, it is given as 1.5. Let me create a dimension. From the center point to this, it is 1.5. Next, they are given the radius of this arc. Let me create radius with respect to that. So this has to be 1. Let me give 1. So now we got that particular arc. Based on this, let us complete this particular line. So go to line, connect this with respect to this. So just bisect it. Now go to delete segment, delete this too. The last step is I need a semicircle here. We can't use fillet command. Fillet command is applicable only if you complete the sketch within that 1.5 or 0.5. So since it is for the full sketch, you have to draw it as an arc. We click arc. So somewhere here, in center point will be somewhere here. My starting point is here, ending point, I will just draw a little bit. So till this center of this. Okay. Now let us give the radius. When we go to dimension, give the radius for this particular arc. The radius is 0.75. Once I give, you can able to say it is coinciding properly according to this. Now I don't want these lines. Let me delete it. Now we will try to trim this. After trimming, let us click OK. So this completes our revolve object. Let me click OK. So the next step is we are going to extrude it. If you look at the figure, let us extrude this particular shaft. So the length of the shaft is, so it is 7 and we are subtracting 2. So 7 minus 2, it is 5. So let us draw a circular shaft for 5 inch. So the diameter of the shaft is 0.5. Let me create a circle. Let me click circle. Let me create a circle like this. So the diameter of the circle is 0.5. So it is at the center. Let me click OK. Now the dimension, so with respect to this, is 5. Let me click 5. So this is the length of the particular shaft. So this is also over. Let me click OK. The next step is we are going for a blend option and we are going to model it. So to model this in blend, so you can able to see that there is a circle and 2 rectangles. The largest number of points is in the rectangle, which is having 4 points. The circle is having only 1 point. So before we create a circle, I have to create it as a 4 point. Then we are going to connect it with respect to that. So let us go to shapes, blend, click sketch define, select this particular surface, click sketch view. Now let us try to draw a circle with respect to this. So here I have an option called as concentric circle. Select that. I am creating a circle with the same equal length. So the circle is created. Now I am going to divide this circle into 4 equal parts. To do that, let me click divide. Let me divide this in 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. It shows some dimensions. All are vertical dimensions. Let me give a common dimension. Let me give 0.15. Similarly, this also 0.15. This also 0.15. And this also 0.15. So to make sure that all are in equal location, we click OK. So next it is asking section 2, and it is also asking what is the distance between section 1 and section 2. So the distance between section 1 and section 2 is 1. If you look at the figure, the distance is 1. So let me give 1, then click sketch. So go to sketch view. Now draw a rectangle. Let me draw a rectangle like this somewhere at a particular location. So the dimension of the rectangle is not given. Let me consider 1, and this has to be half of it, which is 0.5. And let me consider this as 0.3. So since the dimension is not specified in the diagram, we are assuming a dimension with respect to that. If you check here, it is saying that this profile is having an offset of 0.1. So it is not at the center. It is having an offset of 0.1 inch. So let us proceed with that. So let me create a dimension. So from here to here, I will create a dimension. It is mentioned as 0.15. I need that dimension, so I am deleting this 0.3. So this has to be 0.1. Still, you can able to see that it is taking it at the center because of this symbol. So the symbol indicates that it is considering as a symmetry. So let me click that and I will delete it. Now it shows a dimension here. So this is 0.3. So I have an offset distance with respect to that. So it is not at the center now. 0.1, it is having an offset distance. Let me click OK. Next, I'm going to add one more section. Let me click add. This is also having an offset distance of 1. Let me click 1, click sketch, go to sketch view, draw a rectangle. So this rectangle should be at the center. So I'm drawing it at the center. So you can able to see there is a symmetric icon indicating that the rectangle is drawing in a symmetrical way. It is 0.1 and 0.5. So this has to be 0.1, 0.1, and this has to be 0.5. And this has to be at the center. So this is be 2.25. So this is my location. So make sure the arrows are all straight. So first arrow, second arrow, third arrow. So all correct location. We click OK. Now, if you look at the diagram, it shows that the screwdriver is having a curvy connection, but we need it as a straight connection. Go to options, change the smooth to straight. So now you can able to get a straight connection. And one important thing is the arrow should be always in a particular location. For example, let me go to section. I'm taking the third section. I'm going for a sketch. So you can able to see the first section circular, the arrow is here. Second circle, the second section, your arrow is here. Third section is here. It means that this will be connecting with respect to this, and this will be connecting with respect to this. If I want to change the arrow, so what I have to do is I have to select a particular point, right click, go to feature tools, click start point. So now the start point is changed. So what happens now? If I click OK, you can able to see that. So the view, the second one is connecting, the starting point is here. The third one is connecting with respect to this. So you can able to see there is a small twist in this particular shape. So be careful in locating the starting point. Again, I am replacing it. So instead of this as a starting point, let me select this, right click, feature tool, click starting point. We click OK. So once this is over, let me click OK. So this completes our part, which is a screwdriver. Thank you and happy learning.